You got the boys with the toys in the big noise. Ken, the door is unlocked, okay? I'm heading out. Okay. Can't believe I'm doing this. I'm going on record right now at the Exit the Creature Shop, Halliston. I am doing everything in my power to make this happen. If for whatever reason I cannot obtain this autograph, it is not by my fault. Here we go. Driving into the city by myself for you. I bet you're worth it. Okay. Yeah, anyone who knows Allison knows she has this fascination with vampires, and she collects autographs like I do of certain vampires. This chick's even got Forever Night. That's a deep cut vampire autograph. And this particular actor was a last minute addition to the Rock and Shock guest list, so she didn't know, and her band's got a gig nearby, but she can't even get to it there, which is even more adding salt to the wound. So I'm going to go, hopefully, obtain the autograph, but I'm not gonna go into the vampire hunt alone. I'm bringing backup. Oh, I gotta turn her on. This is how all women should be. You should turn them on with the push of a button. Also, the mute button's pretty handy too. Alright, Vampirella, talk to me. Okay, well, I'm gonna head out without her. I know how to start. Alright, for whatever reason, this thing is not finding satellites. It's like freaking Independence Day here. I'm not driving without this, so this has to work. So, work. Now. Wow, okay, well, it's 10:42, I'm back at the house. I'm gonna see if I can get Ken's GPS. This is stupid, because this one's not acquiring satellites, and I literally could have been halfway there. Alright, we have Lolita here, and we got this one that's not even starting up. I will just use this one as backup. Swear to God, you get me lost, I'm gonna smash you. We're gonna try this again. The Great Vampire Hunt Part 2. Or Attempt 2. The concept of vampires in movies is certainly not a new one by any stretch of imagination.
2 miles. Keep right on West Main Street.
Some of the earliest vampire movies go back to Nosferatu from 1922. Now, some people out there say that there's another one that predates that, some other German...
Keep right on West Main Street.
Or German film. Maybe, I think it's from 1914. But right now, sitting in the car, I don't actually have that information in front of me. But, I do know that there are some people...
Drive 0.9 miles, then take left, on right, to Route 2 East.
Anyways. Nosferatu is a German adaptation. It's Boston went on for many years about the copyright infringement and all that. And later on, they finally won the fact that Nosferatu was indeed his own. Dracula's Dracula, baby. After everybody and their grandmothers made Dracula since then. And take away from the movies here. If you were to go back in time to the colonial days and told people that you were dealing with a vampire, you would get an entirely different mindset. Back then, they were razor sharp teeth, mindless eating ghouls that would come and eat your baby in the middle of the night.
3 miles, take left, on right, to Route 2 East.
Then when the book came out, it was really kind of by all senses, it's really a trashy novel. It's basically a Harlequin romance of the time. But for whatever reason, it struck a chord with the fans. It became very, very popular. People just loved trashy novels even back then. Sex sells, what can I say? So when the Broadway play came around, they made the high collar suited vampire in the nice tuxedo. That was used for the old gag trick of making them disappear because the cape would, stay up, and then the guy would jump through the hole in the stage floor, and then the cape would fall down, and it would look like he disappeared. Boom. But when the Universal Studios years later decided to make a film adaptation of it, they used the same look, which was kind of smart. But that's where the concept of the Dracula wearing the capes and the vampires and stuff like that's the vague history on how that came about.
Drive 2 miles, then take exit 25, on right, to Route 2A.
actor, Bela Lugosi, stage actor, a Hungarian actor,
To mind things
Universal Studios, brought Dracula to life one
and lured innocent girls
way. And ever since then, the Van concept took the trashy novel, turned play, turned movie, turned Hungarian actor's career even further into the realm of sexy vampires. And it's a good thing they did. I'm determined.
Drive 300 feet, then keep right onto Route 140 South. Recalculating. Continue 0.6 miles.
I'm actually getting off the road a little bit because I'm gonna stop and get Dunkin' Donuts because it's Dunkin' Donuts season. I'm gonna get a pumpkin iced coffee because this is the Halloween season. The GPS is angry at me now. That's Halloween. How New Englandy can you get? The old cracker factory. Yes, the Westminster Cracker Factory. That's where they.
2 miles.
That's where they originally
Turn
made
right
them.
on Bacon Street, then turn right.
Those little crackers you put in your soup, everybody loves it. They're wicked salty and make the soup taste even better. You started out there. Yeah, well, so much for sightseeing. I'm going to the Dunkin' Donuts up ahead. Look at that front door service. I wasn't gonna get it, but I got inspired. Yeah, the donut of the month, like vampire pumpkins. Did I take it back, Allison? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna eat it now. Now, on to Rock and Shock.
In 0.2 miles, keep right onto Route 140 South.
The concept of the sexy vampire, it changed the vampire genre itself.
Keep right onto Route 140 South.
Because there were many, many other interpretations of Dracula being an attractive.
Continue 11 miles on Route 140 South.
After Bela Lugosi turned the whole Dracula into an attractive bloodsucker, of course, the natural thing is to follow suit with the ladies. Ever since the days of the Vampire Lover, the Hammer film, that is a guilty pleasure. Actually, I'm not a guilty pleasure. I wear that right on my sleeve. Right up into Queen of the Damned, probably one of the most alluringly, seductively creepy vampiresses out there. Area that I'm driving to right now, on this road, the famous legend of Lucy Keys comes around. If you've got time to take away from the vampire lore here to Google that, you won't be disappointed. It's a very cool, creepy, very local ghost story. But in the meantime, we're going to Rock and Shock for the great vampire hunt. 2 months from now, when this is under ice and snow, it won't be as pretty. And I'm heading into the city. This is where things start to get crabby. Sucks. I only had to flip one person off, so I was right there. Alright, heading into the tunnel. I lost my partner in crime. Oh well, we're here. Let's go do this. Well, doesn't this look familiar? Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can do this. In this vampire hunt so far, I've already faced one of the most ferocious and scary things you could on this journey. The city toilet. This mission is a failure. That empty spot over there, that's what Chris Sarandon was. He decided to leave last night. So I guess the legends and stories about him being on his own schedule and being moody are true. So, sorry Allison. Oh crap though, what this cost me? How am I gonna do this? Alright, good day. 1 minute, I'll be back on you. My mission was a failure. I'm wallowing in defeat with a couple of wicked cheesy films I bought from the VHS transfer guys. Sorry, Allison. Well, I can take solace in knowing that the autograph that I just happened to get the other night on a whim is probably more of a trickier one to get than usual, so I'll cover it a whole lot more. Alright, well, I'm heading back. The mission, but that's the way it works. Sometimes you bite, sometimes you get bit. Today bit. Good night.